Bruce Bairnsfather landed in France in 1914 as part of the British Expeditionary Force. He was the machine gun officer of 1st Battalion, the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. But what made him famous were his cartoons. Cartoons that he first started drawing to entertain himself and his fellow officers on the walls of ruined cottages near the village of Plug Street in Flanders. Bairnsfather took part in the 1914 Christmas truce, and there's a photograph of him taken that day wearing his goatskin jerkin and standing next to the village pond at St Yvonne. His characters, Old Bill, Bert and Alf, became cartoon icons, and many of his cartoons are as funny today as they were when he drew them over a century ago. After the war, he carried on drawing cartoons, and even into the Second World War, where he drew many cartoons for the American Air Force. On the 31st of January 1953, the Albion pub in Livery Street, Birmingham, was renamed the Old Contemptible. The Old Contemptibles was the nickname given to the first British soldiers to fight in France, who'd been within range of the German guns between the 5th of August and the 22nd of November 1914. It was particularly appropriate because the Birmingham branch of the Old Contemptibles Association had used the pub as their meeting place for the previous 25 years. They formed up outside as an honour guard and were inspected by the Lord Mayor of Birmingham. Inside, Bruce Bairnsfather had been commissioned to make a new sign for the pub, depicting a Tommy of 1914 warming his hands over a brazier in a landscape which would be very familiar to any old soldier who'd served in Flanders in the winter of 1914. It was also unveiled by the Lord Mayor. After the unveiling, Bruce Bairnsfather gave a little talk about how he'd come to invent the character of Old Bill and about his experiences in 1914. The sign would then hang in the pub for many, many years. At some point in the intervening years, it was sold off by the brewery and found itself in private hands. And we are very pleased to say that it's now found itself a permanent home with us here at Great War Huts. So all that's left to say is thank you to all of you for all of your support over the last month, and I hope you've all enjoyed HutVent as much as we've enjoyed putting them together. And all that really remains is to say a happy Christmas to all of you, and hopefully here's to a much, much better 2021. Happy Christmas.